Next topic is upsampling or interpolation. The upsampling or interpolation is the process of increasing the samples of the discrete time signal. Let x of n is the discrete time signal, I is the sampling rate multiplication factor, then the upsampled version of x of n or the interpolated version of x of n is represented by x of n by I, is evaluated by x of n by I, where I is the multiplication factor. The device which performs the process of upsampling is called upsampler or interpolator. So this is the block diagram. X of n is the input to an interpolator, and at the output we'll be getting the upsampled signal y of n, which is actually equal to x of n by I. We'll look at an example. Consider the discrete time signal x of n is equal to 1, minus 1, 2, minus 2. Determine the upsampled version of the signals for sampling rate multiplication factor I equal to 2, 3 and 4. Now given x of n is equal to 1, minus 1, 2, minus 2, we can write x of 0 as 1, x of 1 as minus 1, x of 2, 2, x of 3 is minus 2. We'll consider the first case where the sampling rate multiplication factor I is equal to 2. So the upsampled signal is actually x of n by 2. That is the discrete time signal interpolated by 2. Now on substituting the values for n, when n is equal to 0, we have x of 0 by 2, which is x of 0. X of 0 is nothing but 1. When n is equal to 1, we get x of 1 by 2. N by 2 will become 1 by 2. X of 1 by 2 is x of 0.5. Now we know that this discrete time signals are defined only for integer values of n. Therefore, the value of discrete time signal for non-integer values should be 0. It will be equal to 0. Now when n is equal to 2, this becomes x of 2 by 2, which is x of 1. X of 1 is minus 1. Next, when n is equal to 3, we get x of 3 by 2 or x of 1.5, which is 0. When n is equal to 4, we get x of 4 by 2, that is x of 2. X of 2 is 2. Again, when n is equal to 6, we get x of, when n is equal to 5, we get x of 5 by 2. 5 by 2 is x of 2.5, which is equal to 0. When n is equal to 6, we get 6 by 2. X of 6 by 2, which is x of 3. X of 3 is minus 2. Next, when n is equal to 7, we get x of n by 2. That is also 0. So this is the upsampled version. That is, we have actually inserted 1 0. So actually we have to insert I minus 1 zeros between the samples. So here I is equal to 2. So you just need to insert 1 0 between the samples. 1 0 minus 1 0 2 0 minus 2 0. So this is the upsampled version. So you can draw this particular signal. Next is for sampling rate multiplication factor I is equal to 3. So when I is equal to 3, we have the upsampled signal. When n is equal to 0, we get x of 0 by 3. So the signal is x of n by 3. So n is equal to 0, we get x of 0, which is 1. When n is equal to 1, we get x of 1 by 3. X of 1 by 3 is 0. Then n is equal to 2, x of 2 by 3, which is also 0. When n is equal to 3, we get x of 3 by 3, which is x of 1. X of 1 is minus 1. Okay. Then we have when n is equal to 4, x of 4 by 3, which is 0. X of 5 by 3 is also 0. When n is equal to 6, x of 6 by 3. X of 6 by 3 is x of 2. X of 2 is 2 here. Then for n equal to 7 and 8, again, these are not integer values. So the sample will be equal to 0. Again, for n is equal to 9, we have x of 9 by 3, which is x of 3. X of 3 is minus 2. X of 3 is minus 2. Then we have for n equal to 10 and n equal to 11. X of 10 by 3 is equal to 0 and x of 11 by 3 is also equal to 0. So the upsampled signal is obtained by just inserting 2 zeros between the samples. Okay. Next, similarly, in a similar fashion, you can write for sampling rate multiplication factor I is equal to 4. That is, you just need to insert 3 zeros. Inserting 3 zeros between the samples. Between 1 and -1, we can insert 3 zeros. Between -1 and 2, we can insert 3 zeros. Between 2 and -2, zeros followed by 3 zeros. Next, we'll see the spectrum of upsampler. The spectrum of output signal of interpolator is equal to, or is given by y of e raised to j omega equal to x of e raised to j omega I. So the spectrum, output spectrum is x of e raised to j omega I. The term x of e raised to j omega I is the frequency compressed version of x of e raised to j omega by a factor I. Since the frequency response is periodic with periodicity of 2 pi, x of e raised to j omega I will repeat I times in a period of 2 pi in the spectrum of upsampled signal. Now, the output spectrum of interpolator is actually compressed version of input spectrum. That is in contrast to our decimation. So here, the output spectrum of interpolation or interpolator or upsampling will be a compressed version of input spectrum. Therefore, the spectrum of upsampled signal has multiple images in a period of 2 pi. When upsampled by a factor of I, the output spectrum will have I images in a period of 2 pi, with each image band limited to pi by I. Now, since the frequency spectrum in the range 0 to pi by I are unique, we have to filter the other images. Hence, the output of upsampler is passed through a low-pass filter with a bandwidth of pi by I. Since this low-pass filter is designed to avoid multiple images in the output spectrum, it is called anti-imaging filter. So, our input signal is passed through an upsampler and this has to be passed through an anti-imaging filter. Now, this particular anti-imaging filter remove the multiple images. We look at an example. The spectrum of a discrete time signal is shown below. Draw the spectrum of the signal if it is upsampled by I equal to 2, 3, 4. So this is the input signal x of e raised to j omega. You can extend this. We can extend this signal. Now, we have to draw the frequency spectrum for the upsampled signal. Upsampling by I equal to 2 and 3 and 4. So, first we'll see I equal to 2. So, I equal to 2, the spectrum can be written as y of e raised to j omega equal to x of e raised to 2 omega, j2 omega. I is equal to 2. So, the spectrum of the input signal should be compressed by a factor of 2. And so the spectrum of upsampled version of the signal consists of 2 images of the compressed spectrum in a period of 2 pi. So if you consider a period of 2 pi, you can see 2 such images here. Okay, so you just need to compress it. Okay, so what do? Divide this frequency or this point by I. So this pi becomes pi by 2 here. Minus pi by 2 will become minus pi by 2. Okay, and so on. So you can extend this. So this is the frequency spectrum for upsampled signal. Similarly, upsampling by a factor of I is equal to 2. Next we'll see upsampling by I equal to 3. So the spectrum y of e raised to j omega is obtained by compressing the input spectrum of input signal by a factor of 3. Because this is equal to x of e raised to j3 omega. So we have to compress this by a factor of 3. So this becomes minus pi by 3 to plus pi by 3. Okay, and you can go on extending this. Next is upsampling by 4. I is equal to 4. So there we have to compress the spectrum of input signal by a factor of 4. So this point becomes, or this region becomes minus pi by 4 to plus pi by 4. Another example, consider a signal x of n equal to sine pi n u of n. Obtain a signal with decimation factor 2 And second part is obtain a signal with interpolation factor 2. So our x of n signal, x of n is equal to sine pi n u of n. Now substituting different values of n, we'll get, because for integer values of sine pi is equal to 0, so x of n will be full zeros. Now next, the first part is, so this is the input signal. Now first part is to obtain a signal with decimation factor 2. So the decimated signal or the downsampled signal is represented by x of 2n. So substituting the values of n, when n is equal to 0, we get x of 0. X of 0 is 0 itself. When n is equal to 1, we get x of 2. So on substituting n is equal to so x of 2 is also actually 0. Then n is equal to 2, we get x of 4, which is also 0. So the downsampled signal will be looking like this. Next, second part is obtain a signal with interpolation factor 2. So the interpolated signal or the upsampled signal is represented by x of n by 2. Now on substituting different values for n. See, when n is equal to 0, we have x of 0. X of 0 is 0. When n is equal to 1, we have x of 1 by 2. X of 1 by 2 means we have to substitute n is equal to 1 by 2. So on substituting n is equal to, so instead of n becomes n by 2. So we will be getting sine pi by 2 into 1, which is 1. Next, when n is equal to 2, we get x of 2 by 2, which is x of 1. X of 1 is equal to 0. Next, when n is equal to 3. When n is equal to 3, we have, instead of n, we can write this as x of 3 by 2. X of 3 by 2 will be equal to sine pi 3 by 2 u of n, which is equal to minus 1. When n is equal to 4, we have x of 4 by 2. X of 4 by 2 is x of 2. X of 2 is 0. Next, when n is equal to 5, we have the interpolated signal as x of 5 by 2. So x of 5 by 2, substituting n equal to 5 by 2, we get sine pi 5 by 2 u of n. U of n is 1. So this will be equal to 1 and so on. So this is the sequence. This is the upsampled sequence.